Now we're going to switch gears here because we hear the wild reports all the time, the sightings of unidentified objects in the skies over America. From coast to coast, airline, military pilots, everyday people on the ground reporting mysterious lights in the sky. Remember the waves of unexplained lights over New Jersey during the past 2 years? What about Vermont? It's a small state, but per capita, the number of sightings has been considered quite high. So are these drones, low-flying aircraft, are they something else? The federal government already set up an office within the Defense Department to handle investigations of unidentified aerial phenomena or UAP incidents. But now a Vermont lawmaker has just introduced a bill in his state legislature that he says is crucial for the future of public safety and airspace safety, and maybe we can get some answers as to what's going on. I spoke with Representative Troy Headrick a short time ago. Take a listen. First of all, let me let everybody know, you're not like a UFO guy, you've not been deep in the trenches of this, but you still think that this bill is important, you think this issue is important. I want to get to that. But first, we got to talk about this bill, okay? Explain to us a little bit more about what the bill would do, right? It sets up the Vermont Airspace Safety and Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena Task Force. What does it do? How is it different?
Yeah, that's important. It's a pretty narrowly tailored bill. It really just sets up a task force for the purpose of collecting data and, adding some transparency to the conversation about UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena. So this would be a body charged with evaluating reports of any unidentified aerial or underwater objects, assessing airspace and public safety risks, coordinating with federal and academic partners, and then delivering findings and recommendations.
So in other words, if something is seen, whether it's in the air, whether it's underwater, what does an investigation look like then? And I think the more important question will be, to what extent will the public know about the findings?
That's really what this does, right? I'm hoping to add transparency. We are sort of off of the heels recently declassified federal reports on, from really credible people, military pilots, airline pilots, who are clear that as our technology increases, as our radar capabilities increase, we are seeing more and more of these anomalous phenomena that are not identifiable. Right now, the federal government partners with various private defense contractors, and a lot of that information remains classified. I think it's important to set up statewide systems where this reporting can be centralized, data collection could be accumulated, and then reported on a regular basis.
You mean like every few months, every year, where the public would get some sort of report?
The bill asks for a yearly report as well as a yearly public input sort of forum, but it would also centralize the location where anything can be reported.
And can you explain why this is important to you, maybe in your state? Because again, you're not a UFO enthusiast or a follower. Why is this important to you?
Well, I can kind of narrow way down into one really practical reason why I think this sort of data collection is important. I think, in short, I think it's easily predictable that we will want to create policy in the near future that provides guidance to an ongoing increase in how we use our airspace, especially at low altitude, so drones. I can foresee a future where a lot of things get delivered by drone. I can see a future where law enforcement might want to use drones for more surveillance. And I want to be committed to evidence-based policymaking if we're asked to create those sorts of guardrail policies. And this task force would have already begun the process of that sort of data collection. So that's one very specific example of how our airspaces are going to change.
And before I let you go, what is the status of the bill? How much support is it getting? Is it going to be passed?
Yeah, that remains to be seen. It's early in the session. We're in session from January through May. It's been assigned to the Committee on Government Operations and Military Affairs. I think there's interest, certainly. I think as more people realize the declassification that's happening on a federal level, that we probably will need state systems to support that.
Yeah, and I appreciate you mentioning the difference, because a lot of people look at this and say, wait a minute, I thought they set up a federal task force. Very different, but you're talking about this cooperation. Listen, please come back on as this progresses. Would love to hear more about it. I feel like there should be bipartisan support for this. We already kind of see it, but we'll see. Representative Troy Headrick, thank you so much for joining us on my premiere of Jesse Weber Live. Great to have you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.